Hello, this is David Gill, the Parks and Recreation Director for the City of Concord, and welcome for another show. We're serious about fun. Today, I'm honored and excited to welcome Patrick Pass and Harold Shaws here. We're really excited to have them. We're here because I had the privilege of meeting them both through the Patriots Alumni Association and the Football for You program, and they're going to come in this summer, July 24th, 25th, and 26th. To run a 3-day football clinic for area youth and the high school teams. So welcome to Concord.
Thank you.
And the viewers are, Greater Concord. This is a community TV station, but obviously you both had very successful football careers. You're now an alumni. What are you doing now after the rigmarole of the Patriots organization and living the dream?
Well, we're still very, very much well involved with the team. Like you said, we're both a part of the alumni that we have, and with that keeps us busy. We have over 21 Football for You football camps that we run throughout the Northeast. We're trying to get our last one in Vermont, but we're in New Hampshire, we're in Concord, we're in York, Maine, Portland, Maine, Portsmouth, Providence, Springfield. We're all over the place. So that alone keeps us busy, and then all the volunteer stuff that we do as well with the Mara Craft philanthropy that she does, and keeps us busy. And then it just goes right up into the football season.
And Harold, you were our guest speaker when we did Football for You. I think it was 3 or 4 weeks ago. And one thing I was really impressed by was, you guys played college ball.
Yes.
You college graduates.
Yes.
And you played your professional career, and now you're still giving back to the next, hopefully, group of football players. What's that message that you guys would give regarding, if it's a 10 or 11-year-old kid trying his hardest, staying in school, playing grades? What's that lesson you guys have learned for the next group of hopefully players coming up?
I think the main thing is football is fun. For fun. Football is not for everybody. If you make it, you make it. If you don't, you don't. But the most important thing is getting your education. I think without your education, there's no football, there's no basketball, there's no baseball, because you have to learn. Growing up, they teach you, if you can learn in school, you learn in the field. You learn in the field, you learn in school. One hand wash the other. That's how we were raised, Patrick and myself raised, we've got to get our education in school first before we play sports.
I think that's a great message, because a lot of times, and the parents are focused on, Division I athlete, my kid's going to go to, or they're going to go straight to the NFL or the NBA.
Well,
doesn't happen very often.
Sometimes we have to be, the bearer of bad news, and we have to sit up there and we have to, inform the parents that, look, it's only 1% of a football player even make it to the National Football League, and that's a very, very, very
1% nationally, not 1% of Concord or New Hampshire. It's nationally.
1%, and that's a low number. So what we try to instill in the youth group is that just get your education, because we're old now, and at some point we're going to need
I think they're still young, but
we're going to need a doctor, to do operations, and there's no way I'm going to let this young generation operate on me with the lights off. You know what I'm saying? And then we're going to need a lawyer to read over some, some legal documents that we may need. So we tell them all the time, it's okay to be, that nerd in the classroom as well as that number one guy on the football field, baseball field. They can go hand in hand. So it's nothing wrong with that.
So somehow Patrick and Harold got together, either during your NFL career or shortly after, and now you do these 2, 3, 4-day clinics, football clinics for the kids. How did that happen, and what's the philosophy of, if I'm interested in signing my son or daughter up, I played football, we've talked about they're not for first-time football player, it's conditioning, is really, how did that happen, and what will parents expect if they sign their kids up?
Well, I think how it started with me and Harold is we played together back in 2000, and we always kept a cool friendship, close friendship, because he ended up staying here in Massachusetts, and I ended up staying Massachusetts as well, and we would, still call each other even after I got done playing. We would go out, meet up, and have wings and drinks at our favorite little spot in Providence. But like I said, the football for youth that we do kept us busy, and all the camps that we would go to, we would notice that a lot of these kids couldn't even run a single slant route, or they couldn't block with the proper technique. So we were just thinking to ourselves, if we can incorporate our own camps, the things that we learned from college, the pros on the Bill Belichick, and implement those in our own football camps, I think a lot of these kids will have more fun in what they're doing, as opposed to just going out there and just throwing whatever they have on the field and not having the proper technique to play the game. So we were just like, look, we can do this. There's not many New England football players who have stayed around and that are willing to travel from Providence to New Hampshire.
And today was a 3.5-hour commute just to come up here for 45 minutes, and you're going to go back home again.
That lets you know right now that we're passionate about giving back to the kids the right way, and because a lot of these coaches, not to take anything from them, but I don't know if a lot of coaches even play, Division I college football. I went to the University of Georgia, and he went to Southern Miss, and I don't know if a lot of the coaches even made it to the National Football League. Yeah. So there's a lot of football that we can, give back to these kids the right and correct way.
So again, if the viewers are just tuning in, we're here with Patrick Pass and Harold Shaw, former football Patriot players. They're going to be running a 3-day clinic with us, July 24th, 25th, and 26th. You can sign up with the City of Concord Parks and Recreation Department. But we're having a conversation with them about their programming, and then obviously the clinic. It's a 3-day clinic. I think it's 4 hours a day. Kids are going to come in with cleats. They need to come in with water, and they need to come ready to play and hustle. And we talked, earlier. They're going to work. Yeah, it's not just a fluffy camp and meet some NFL football players and sign some autographs and life is good. So how does that? I
think we sort of different from other people. Like, we run our own clinic. We don't just come and talk for 5 minutes, then leave, then end the camp and come back and talk again. We run the whole clinic.
So you're going to be there the whole time?
The whole time. I do the running backs and he do the quarterbacks or linebackers, whatever. Yeah. We do it ourselves.
Yeah. So they're learning firsthand. It's not a guest speaker for 5 minutes and then they leave. Okay.
We don't have a third-party group that come in. And
so which is awesome. Again,
let us use your name to run the camp, and then we'll have you come speak for 30 minutes. That's not how we operate. Awesome. We're there all 4 hours, all 4 days, and we're giving these kids what they need.
Excellent.
And we promote this camp ourselves. We not asking other people to help us. We do it ourselves. We talk to people face to face, let them know that we're real about doing this clinic.
So the question I have to ask, do you bring one of your Super Bowl rings to one of the clinics so I can get my son or daughter can get my picture taken, or are they locked up in a secret place in Rhode Island?
Yeah, they're in Georgia.
Georgia, so okay, so we're not going to Georgia.
They're 1,500 miles away, but what I do bring, we bring 8x10s photos of our playing days that they have, and I do bring my 3 Super Bowl helmets that I wore in the Super Bowl along with my jersey. Nice. I bring the entire uniform so you can get
you can get pictures and taken. After you work hard, you can get some play time.
You can see the jersey that are tailor made to my body and how they're made. The helmets that I wore in the Super Bowls and the pants.
Excellent.
And so I do have that for the kids to sit there and play with when they have time after the work session.
Yes, they have to work hard. And if you're not working hard, you're not going to get your photo op, right? Yeah. So real quickly, I know we have a full itinerary today. We're going over to a high school to meet some football players. Is there anything that you two would like to share with the viewers to say, hey, why do I want to sign up with Patrick and Harold, and anything profound to say that's...
Yeah, you should sign up because you're going to learn something from ex-Patriot players. We've been playing football from age 7 to in the 30s, like 20 years. We also still, and we talk about education. Education is more important than anything to us right now. We're going to work the kids real hard. They're going to learn the right technique, the reason why they have to run this way or that way, read the defense, offense. But the main thing is education. That's what we.
And they're going to have fun in the camp.
They're going to have fun.
We make it fun. It's just to reiterate what Harold said. We just don't teach football. This is life lessons that we teach, and it's one of those things that when when the heat get hot outside, it's like, are you gonna lay down? Are you gonna quit? Or are you just gonna keep moving? So this is the things that they're probably gonna be faced with when they get older, is overcoming adversity and stuff like that. And like you said, we preach and preach and preach about education. We're both the type that, we don't accept, C's and D's that's coming to the clinic, because this is extracurricular activity that we're doing. It's not, you don't get up and try to put football first without going through the proper way with the education in school. So we're definitely teaching these kids that education is first. We preach that throughout the entire camp. And
I think that's refreshing for parents to hear that, because a lot of times it's sports.
No.
Yeah. Life skills, education first, then is sports.
It's like life skills. We teach them to overcome adversity. Becoming a man.
Yeah.
At an early age. And if we had time, we would definitely want to see, report cards to see, what these kids are, because like if you can't learn in the classroom, there's no way you can learn on the football field, because things are like 10 times faster on the football field. So and then on top of that, we have fun with the kids. We kind of incorporate ourselves inside in the camp. If things going right, then we show them, hey, you're doing it right, so we won't mind get down doing push-ups for the kids.
Well, I saw some of Howard's intensity of the football for you. All of a sudden,
it's a great learning experience from two former New England Patriots players that wants to get back to the kids.
And we have two guests here. Do they want to come in and be on TV with us too, or are they going to be shy?
They'd probably be shy.
Be shy. Okay.
I think one wants to come over here.
You want
and
to
get
come
on
over
TV.
here? You guys come over here and introduce yourselves, because we're on TV real quick. So. You had two friends, two colleagues come up with you to help out with this. And,
we're babysitting.
Babysitting, no school today.
That's awesome.
But we also we do come to a game too.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
During the football season, for the guys who can't come to our clinic, we do come up here.
Up and
we will show up and come to a game and watch them.
We don't let them know when. We just show up.
So your expectation is they work hard at the clinic.
Yes.
They work hard in school. And by the way, at some point in time in the fall, you're going to show up and make sure they're working on the football again.
Exactly.
Yes.
Which is awesome.
It's ultimate team sport, and one bad apple can ruin that bunch. And we got one guy on the field on the team who's sulking because he's not getting playing time. It's just going to trickle down, and we don't condone that. So we just make sure that, hey, just do what you have to do, because you're only one player away from being a starter.
Yeah.
So we don't tell the kids, but we'll inform a parent, or we'll inform a coach, hey, we're thinking about coming to a game, this Saturday. Don't tell your son. So it will just surprise them. So we don't want them to try to change their
just on that certain day,
right? Because we're in the stand, we'll go out there, and then after the game, we'll normally go out there and we'll talk to the kids and look, this is what we saw. This is not what we taught in the camp, and you got to play harder. It's 4 quarters in the game, not 3.5.
Yeah.
So.
Sometimes.
We're always critiquing. We just want them to do the best they can at 110% all the time.
Well, thank you for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Harold and Patrick. Once again, this is David. I'm City Concord Parks and Recreation Director. And we're honored to have a Patrick Pass, Harold Shaw 3-day football clinic, July 24th, 25th, and 26th. I encourage you to sign up. You can sign up on our website, concordparksandrec.com. Or you can stop in at the Heights Community Center, 14 Canterbury Road, and we'll take care of you. And we do expect the clinic to fill up, so sign up.
It's going to be fun. Don't want to miss. It's going to be fun.
Hey, thanks for watching
I forgot to mention this too. We also try to get the parents involved. So
they're going to be doing push-ups and running
not the push-up part, but we do try to get them involved with the drill part of it, so just they can get a feel of what their kids are doing as far as drills.
Awesome.
But when it comes to the skills part, we kind of let them aside, because now we can.
I don't know. I'm sure that some of those parents want to try to relive their youth and maybe make the pros late.
There's a game we have the last day. The coaches play against the
kids.
Yeah.
So
and
we might have you out there playing football games. So it might well stretch.
I grew up in Scotland. My football was with my foot, not with my hand. But I'll try.
No, we did it up in New Hampshire last year. We had it was in Maine.
Yeah.
We had at the end of the session, the last day of the camp, we had a punt, pass, and kick competition. Then we had a flag football game against the against the kids, and we got some of the parents
Nice.
out there, some of the dads out there were just running around. And after the game, they were like, "Oh my, I'm so sore," but they had so much fun. They had fun because we were playing against the kids, and the kids wanted to beat us. And, so we get to get the parents. I mean, we do it all. We overthunk, if that's a word.
Yeah. It is here, so that's good.
But we had our thinking caps on with that, so we want to give
Again,
everything.
Patrick, thank you for showing up.
Thank you.
Harold, gentlemen, thank you for being on our TV show today. Once again, ConcordParksandRec.com, and we'll see you this July for some football.
That's right.
All right.
Go Pats.